Hello, good morning, everyone. Forget what the movies told you. Forget what your friends told you. Forget the surface-level advice on YouTube and social media. Because when it comes to women, truly understanding them, most men are chasing shadows. If you want to know what women really want, you have to go deeper than charm, looks, or money. You have to understand the psychology, because what she says and what she truly feels are often worlds apart. Let's start with the truth. Women are not as complicated as the world makes them seem, but they are deep. They're emotional, intuitive, layered, and most importantly, authentic when they feel safe. So what do women really want? They want to feel. They want to connect. They want to be understood without having to explain themselves. Over and over again, a woman doesn't fall in love because you have the perfect car or the perfect jawline. She falls in love because of the way you make her feel about herself when she's with you. She wants to feel seen, not just looked at, heard, not just listened to, chosen, not just entertained. She's watching how you handle silence, how you react to her emotions, how grounded you stay when she tests you. And yes, she will test you, not to confuse you, but to feel whether your strength is real or performative. Because deep inside, what every woman craves is security. Not just physical protection, but emotional stability. The kind of presence that doesn't run when things get heavy. The kind of masculine energy that stays calm in the storm. That's the man she respects. That's the man she trusts. That's the man she desires. You see, women are wired to respond to emotional intelligence. A man who can lead without controlling. A man who can protect without needing to dominate. A man who can listen without needing to fix. That's not weakness. That's strength with depth. She wants confidence, not arrogance, ambition, not ego, leadership, not dictatorship. And above all, truth. Because no matter how smooth you talk, she will sense the truth of who you are. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Your eyes reveal more than your texts. And your consistency tells her whether or not she's safe to open her heart. So if you want to connect with a woman, stop chasing her body and start understanding her mind. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Learn her language, her emotional language. Be curious, not controlling. Be present, not performative. And above all, become a man she doesn't just want. Become a man she respects. Because here's the bottom line. Women don't want perfection. They want realness. They want to feel emotionally connected, spiritually aligned, and mentally engaged. And they want to know that behind your silence there's strength. Behind your ambition there's humility. And behind your masculinity there's heart. There's a reason most men feel confused about what women want. They've been misled by surface-level noise, flashy dating advice, shallow pickup tricks, and cultural myths that reduce attraction to nothing more than looks, status, or scripted behavior. But if you quiet the noise and pay attention to real women, you'll see something deeper. You'll notice that what they crave most isn't just physical. It's emotional presence. A woman doesn't remember the guy who said all the right lines. She remembers the one who made her feel understood. She remembers how safe she felt being herself, because that's what women truly want. Emotional safety. And no, that doesn't mean being soft or overly agreeable. It means being solid, being steady. Being grounded in who you are so she doesn't have to guess whether your energy is real or temporary. When she talks, she doesn't want you to just hear her words. She wants you to feel them. When she's upset, she doesn't want you to fix her. She wants you to stand still and hold the space. It's not always about saying the perfect thing. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply not leave in the moment she's most vulnerable. That's where her trust begins. That's where real attraction starts to form. Real masculinity isn't loud. It doesn't need to dominate the room or prove its power. The strongest men are the calmest. They don't flinch when tested. They don't crumble under emotions. And that is what women are wired to respond to. It's in their psychology. They are more emotionally aware, more intuitive, more sensitive to energy. So when a man can stay calm, not because he's detached, but because he's developed, it makes her feel safe. And safety to a woman is not boring, it's magnetic. It's what allows her to open up without fear. She doesn't want a man who controls her. She wants a man who can control himself. She watches your reactions. She pays attention to your tone. She listens beyond the words. She feels your essence. And that's why pretending doesn't work. Because your energy reveals more than your mouth ever can. If you're hiding insecurity under fake confidence, she'll feel it. If you're seeking validation through her approval, she'll sense it. What she wants is not perfection. What she wants is authenticity. That's why the man who owns his flaws, who isn't afraid to say I don't know, who leads without needing attention, that man stands out. A lot of men believe that being emotionally available means being weak, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Being emotionally available means you've mastered your emotions enough to express them with clarity, not confusion. You've faced your own darkness, you've sat with your own pain, and now you can sit with hers without panicking. That is strength. And that is incredibly rare. Most people run from discomfort, but women respect the man who doesn't flinch. When life gets real, when a woman is in her feminine, she feels deeply. Her moods may shift, her energy may flow like waves, but this isn't chaos out, it's life. And the masculine role is not to silence her waves, but to anchor them. That doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It means understanding that her emotional expression is part of how she connects. She wants a man who doesn't collapse under pressure, who doesn't argue for dominance, who can lead not with control but with clarity and direction. She wants to feel like she can let go because you've got you handled, because you are rooted, present, responsible for your own life, and capable of holding space for hers. What women really want isn't something you buy. It's not something you fake. It's something you become. It's in your consistency, your self-awareness, your vision, your ability to stay committed to your growth, with or without applause. She doesn't want to complete you. She wants to walk beside someone who is already whole. She wants to respect you as much as she loves you, and that means showing her the man behind the mask, not the version you think she wants, but the one who's real. You see, when you do the inner work, when you build your confidence through actions, not compliments, you stop needing women to validate you. And that changes everything. Because now you're not chasing them. You're choosing them. You're building relationships out of alignment, not emptiness. And the woman who is in her worth, who values her heart, her body, her time, she sees that. She feels it. And she responds with the same depth. So stop looking for tricks. Start becoming a man of depth. Become someone who leads with purpose, who speaks with honesty, and who lives with alignment. That's what women really want. Not games, not confusion, but clarity, integrity, presence, and a heart that beats from strength, not fear. And when You become that man, and not for them, but for you. You'll find that the right woman won't need convincing. She'll recognize you instantly, because her heart has been waiting for a man who's finally awake. Let this be your wake-up call, not just to understand women, but to understand yourself. Because once you do, everything changes. If you're ready to stop guessing and start understanding. If you're ready to stop performing and start becoming, then study her psychology, learn her language, lead with presence, not pressure. Because what women really want is not a perfect man. It's a man who's done the work, and who's real enough to meet her where she is. Start becoming that man today, not for her approval, but for your own evolution. She doesn't need a savior.